Hey everybody, it's me, Liv. So today I'm actually bringing you a really quick one-page mini album that I'm creating. I'm going to be using this A Twinkle of Sunrise, which is from Craft O'Clock, which has some fantastic mixed media style papers. So as you can see, usually on the front cover is where they put all the paper ephemera that you can cut out with the journaling cards and such. And then just look at these pages. Aren't they gorgeous? I personally am a fan of papers that have patterns on both sides. So I know some people aren't, but these are great for layouts if you like to do mixed media layouts, mixed media projects, and you're not necessarily the person who loves to do their own kind of backgrounds. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started using these papers. So in order to make this, I'm just zooming in a little bit so you can see exactly where I'm scoring. So my first score lines are going to be a 3.5 and 4, and my second are going to be an 8 and 8.5. I'm then going to turn the page, and again, I'm using a 12 by 12, and I'm going to score at 3, and then I'm going to score again at the 7.5 mark, purposely so that one side is a little bit longer than the other. So now I'm going to go ahead and start trimming to create different types of pockets, and you're going to be cutting along the score lines. I'm going to actually just make sure I go ahead and score this line a little bit better by bending it over with my bone folder, and then I can get to trimming. So like I mentioned before, what you're going to want to do is take that shorter side that we had and go ahead and cut up to that score line. You actually are not going to cut it all the way out. You're just going to cut up to. Take the other one and cut it up, and then you're going to actually cut on the inside as well. That's going to create a little bit of flaps. Now you don't need these small score line that you're going to have dangling here. You can go ahead and trim those off. I actually do not cut the other ones that I see that you're going to trim on the top part because I use it to reinforce. So as you see here, just went ahead and trim it off. Don't need it. And then you're going to see it creates this gap. Try to do a little bit of a better trimming than I did initially. But it also creates a spine for the middle pieces when it finally all comes together. Now you're going to repeat the same exact thing on the top side once you've gone ahead and trimmed it out. And again, for this one, I do not cut out those little middle pieces. You're going to see what I'm going to do, but cut up to your score line and trim those out, and then you'll be ready for the top pockets that are going to come along. Then I'm just going to go ahead and finish it off, scoring all along. I did go ahead and use those top ones to glue down in the middle just to reinforce that spine that's going to be created. And you can see both the small ones and the big ones, how they line up perfectly as you flap them over. So then you can have this nice thick book, and because you have spines, it can actually be a little bit embellished. It's not going to lay completely flat. So I'm going to take out my 1-inch hole punch just to put in these little divots so that you can create pockets, which is going to be what I do with the bottom. You can leave this however you want, but for me, I've decided I wanted to go ahead and create some pockets. So I am just putting tape along the very edges here so that we can hold it down. And I'm going to do that to all 3 of the smaller pockets, flaps that I've created on the bottom end to create pockets. You actually don't want to put tape all the way across, because if you want to put something in and slide it and use it as a pocket, you're not going to be able to if you completely taped it down. So just use it along the edge. You could actually put some on the bottom if you wanted, but for me, I didn't really feel I needed to do that in this project. And now you see I have these lovely products. So the rest of it is going to be showing you how I went ahead and embellished the book, which doesn't really need a lot of explanation. I think you can just watch along. So what I'm going to end up doing is going a little bit faster throughout the project and slapping on some music so you guys can just kind of chill and watch and see how it all comes together. And at the very end, I will give you a walkthrough of how this book looks. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video, and thank you for watching. So here is the finished book. I really love how this came out. Very much my style, in a mixed media, but kind of whimsical look to it as well. Had the flaps. I'm big on layers and inking, so I hope you guys really enjoy this. This is actually going to be going out to Marianne's one page wonder challenge that she's having. I will put the link to that challenge if anyone wants to participate, but I just wanted to show you how it all came together. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.